Hello everyone, I welcome you all to a new video. Today we are continuing off in Fruits of Grisaia. Now, enough yapping, let's get right into it, shall we? Apparently not enjoying the way I'm shooing her off with my hands like a stray dog, Amane walks away with a sulky expression, shooting repeated glances over her shoulder. After watching Amane and Machina disappear past the school gate, I screw up an irritated expression, scratch my head vigorously, and approach the blinding yellow bimbo mobile. Look, woman. What voice will I do for JB? Heyo, and okay, yeah, that's perfect. What was the dialogue though? Please text. No. This. No. No. This. No. H. Tab. Enjoying your school life? Yeah, more or less. Are you enjoying pretending to be my guardian? You sure have a nasty way of putting things. You're just like a Sako in that respect, you know. What did you come here for? Do I need to have a reason to come see you? I am technically your guardian, you know. Although I'm grateful that you're acting as a guarantor of my background, I don't need a guardian at my age. Kindly, get lost. You're so cold. You're such a sweet little kid, too. Laugh. That was of ASMR because his throat is stuck. You think you can shut me up by bringing up my childhood? You got another thing coming. I'll repeat the question. What do you come here for? If it's about work, I thought I had a break for a moment. No, I just wanted to come take a peek at how you well you're handling being a normal student in a normal school. There is no problem at present. If you force me to come up with one, you being here would be the top of the list. It's going to be a pain in the ass to make up an excuse when I go back to the classroom. Don't increase my workload. We prepared a perfectly straightforward pass for you, didn't we? Stick to the script. I'm a distant relative of your mother. I prefer to avoid lying outright where possible. Lies are like colors. The more you pile up, the blacker things get. When it comes to lies, wouldn't Asaka's red be more appropriate? Get enough of that place and things turn just as black. And that's why you handle things carefully, assuming you're planning on avoiding an accidental death. I don't need you to tell me that, I'm handling this myself, which is precisely why I don't need you giving me surprises like this. Fine, I'll head back for today. What? Are you serious? You know they just come to see me. That's what I said. If you needed to talk business, I'd contact you by cell phone beforehand. Ah, right, the cell phone. Done. Holiday, don't tell me you're not carrying it after you get you a separate one for private use on top of the one for work. Sorry, I'll make sure to keep it around from now on. If you don't respond to an automatic contact from us for longer than 15 minutes, we'll have a squad on you for desertion. You don't understand that, right? I am aware. Also, you need to submit a written application in advance if you leave the prefecture. I'm aware of that as well. Ah, that's right. When you came to this place, you walked over the prefectural border. I bought you a train ticket, you know? What the hell was that? I hate trains, as you know. What kind of an idiot walks 200 kilometers for a reason like that? 200 kilometers? The kind that's standing in front of you. Also, the walk was closer to 175 kilometers. You talk pretty big considering that little trip ended up with you in police custody. I'm the one who got grabbed from the brass, you know? Hey, you stop saying this woman's a pain in the ass with your eyes. You some kind of psychic? How did you read my thoughts? You want me to cry? No, look, I do feel bad about that. I'll apologize nice and slowly over dinner next time, okay? So please leave. If you think you can shut me up by buying me food, you've got another thing coming. Not to repeat myself, but if you want to avoid an accidental death, don't do anything too stupid. Understood? Understood. Orders received, Major Haridura. Hey, stop saying, can I hit this guy just once with your eyes? Are you psychic? Please don't spray it around. It's a pain in the ass to have to bend the spoon every time I introduce myself. You know, I don't understand. Don't mind my jokes. Geez, where did we go wrong in raising you? Such a nasty kid. I get it a lot. Hurry up and get going. You don't have the time to play around here either, do you? Yes, I'm leaving. Now that I need your help managing my time. You're awfully persistent. Alright, my bad, JB. As long as you understand. Well, I'll be in touch. Yeah. I watch as JB turns away and climbs into her car, her blonde hair swinging behind in the waves. As she drives off, I retrieve a cell phone from my school bag. Although I pretended otherwise, I've been carrying my work phone around just as ordered. It's a black, low-profile, slide phone I received from JB specifically for company business. I slide the screen up, quickly input the unlock pin, and call up the menu screen. Well, it looks like a perfectly normal cell phone, and a call's made from this machine passed through a special encrypted line. There's only one entry in the context. That single number is listed under JB, Yulia Bardera. Naturalized name, Bardera Yulia. My direct supervisor at my part-time job. If you're going to come, at least give me an advanced warning. I click my tongue in irritation, slide the phone shut, and stuff it into the pockets of my uniform so I can respond instantly to any future context. Haridura Yuria, alias JB, as the woman said herself, she's something of a pain in the ass. She'll go nearly half a year without a single call, and then suddenly it's a brusque, stand by in the designated point, where of course she has some incredibly troublesome job waiting to push on me. Now it's almost better when there is actually a job. Sometimes she leaves me at the rendezvous point for more than an hour without any contact. And when I finally get the call I've been sitting around waiting for, it's a court, situation resolved, and I go right back home again. Well, I do get a travel fee deposited into my account just for heading to the standby post, so I suppose it's not a complete full rent in that sense, but sometimes I can't help but feel like my time on this earth isn't being spent efficiently. It's something of a behind-the-scenes part-time job, and the work would be troublesome to explain to others if they asked. Of course, it's also not the kind of job I can just casually quit when I want to. But importantly, this is a position that I inherited from my master. I wouldn't walk away even if I could. Hold on, how should I explain this to Amane and the company? Misclick. I don't think I'll be able to pass her off as a cookie peddler after all. I passed through Mihama Academy school again, dragging myself along on heavy feet. Ah, there you are! As expected, the instant I show my face in the classroom, Amane jumps all over me. Most of my classmates are gathered on the far side of the room, apparently having watched me from the window, and as I entered, they're all looking at me with questions in their eyes. Hey, who was that? The blondie just now? Blondie? Naturally, Amane is the one who steps further to interrogate me, as if declaring herself the representative of the class. That said, the rest of the group doesn't seem to be disinterested either. Makina stared at me with a dazed expression, and Sachi's clutching her hands together in front of her chest, waiting for my words with a bated breath. As for Michiru, for some reason she's glaring at me like I kicked her puppy. Sakaki, on the other hand, is sitting primely in her seat reading a book, as if to announce she's above such things, but, judging from the way she hasn't turned the page once since I came in, we've probably got her attention as well. I told you already, didn't I? She's my superior for my part-time job. Superior? Superior? Huh. Superior. Is it? Yuji-kun, you have a part-time job? Yeah, I lost both my parents when I was a kid, so I have to earn my own living expenses. What sort of a job is it? It's a little difficult to summarize, but well, I get rid of garbage, or crawl into various places and take care of the cleaning. It's what you call dirty work. So that blondie works in cleaning too? That's right, but she's on the management side, so she doesn't get her hands dirty. What's her name? JB. JB? Her real name is Haridara Yuria. JB's a pet name. She's Japanese? Sure doesn't look like it. She's a naturalized citizen. I think she's originally German? I don't really remember. I pulled the chair from my seat and dropped my bag onto the desk with a deliberately loud thumb. The question covered now? If you're satisfied with your curiosity, then go sit down. Class is going to start. Just as I speak, the first bell rings and Makina and Sachi scurry back to their seats, but a large woman who's been interrogating me, her expression still smoldering with irritation, pulls out the chair from the seat in front of mine and sits down heavily. Hey, Yuji-kun, I haven't asked you the most important question yet. What, spit it out then. Relationship with that person. She's not your girlfriend, is she? That's a big question. What a joke. It's not a laughing matter for me. Don't stick your nose in my face. You get excited? You get a mustache starting there. You're kidding. Yeah, just screwing with you. I'm going to break your nose, okay? Sounds fun, give it a try. You little... Amane's punch is slow and lucky and serious intent. I dodge it easily with a slight sway movement in my upper body. Think this over calmly. Do I look like a man who could be in a relationship? That's exactly why I'm suspicious. In your case, an older blonde foreign lover feels strangely plausible. Amane stares into my eyes as if searching for the truth. I mean, don't you also know Principal Tachibana somehow? Well, yeah. Talk about fishy. What is? What are you doing before you came to this school? Well, so this question finally came up. On paper I was studying abroad in Canada or some similar lie they came up with for my first personal story, but if they start pushing into that story, this will just drag on. Answering somewhat honestly now should make for less trouble down the line anyway. Before I came here, I guess I was a freeloader of sorts. Freeloader? If you want to make it sound fancier, maybe a gigolo. I was being supported by an unrelated older woman. That's the blonde woman? No, she's a friend of the other woman. I started mooching off her after the first one died. You're awful. In exchange, she worked me brutally hard on the job. She doesn't have anything to complain about. Amane shuts her eyes, slaps her hand on her forehead, and heaves a heavy sigh. In any case, you don't have a girlfriend, right? Right. I'll admit I don't quite understand why that's the main point here, but I guess this stuff is on the mind of girls at this age. If you try to force her perspective onto everything, you'll lose sight of the bigger picture. Although she doesn't look entirely satisfied by my obedient response, Amane mutters a brief, well, alright, rises from the chair and heads off to her own seat. I watch until she finally sits down, then quickly turn to look behind me. What do you want? Immediately behind me, I find a bright red Michiru staring back at me. Are you listening?
What? Don't get the wrong idea. It's not like I'm interested or anything. I wasn't listening. I just happened to overhear. Don't go around making me hear your weird stories, got it? You're a real nuisance sometimes.
Crossing her arms stoutly in front of her chest, her face bright red, Michiru babbles frantically. In response, I thrust out my right hand in an energetic thumbs up. Nice tsundere, Michiru!
Yeah, you're such a jerk.
If you don't want to talk about something, you should make it awkward to ask. On that theory, I tried spicing things up a little more than the reality, but who knows how much of it they believed. Of course, it's true that my parents died when I was still a kid, that I was picked up by an older woman, my master, and then I lived off the money she earned. After my master's death, I did get work from her friend JB in order to earn my keep. On top of that, it's thanks to her vouching for me that I'm able to attend a normal school like this in the first place. That is a fair smart. Now that I think about it, I didn't change the facts much at all. But then, the more you focus on constructing believable lies, the less they tend to work. When you stick more or less to the truth, you'll end up convincing people no matter how absurd the story sounds. A promising start would be a bit of an overstatement, but I think I can work with this.
Bum. It's finally over.
As soon as the lecturer leaves the classroom, Michiru slumps forward onto her desk. We only gotten through 2 periods and are you out of your summon already?
I know, but it's nothing but lectures I always end up like this. Hey Sachi, my mechanical pencil's empty. Do you have any spare light lying around?
Yes, here you are.
Thanks. Yeah, this is the stuff very convenient for blocking X-rays. Care about the poisoning and all. Want to take this a lamp of actual lad? Huh? What? Am I being bullied here? Did Sachi finally get us sick of lending me Latin erasers and stuff every single day? Could it be that she secretly hates my guts?
That's quite a imaginative leap in logic there. What voice did I do for Maki? I no longer remember.
Hey, Sachin! Hurry up and resolve the misunderstanding. Chiruchiru's gonna melt into a puddle.
Please, excuse me. Make sure some of us asking for this instead, yes? Such ends Michiru and you like for the mechanical pencil.
Jeez, give me a break, Sachi. I was a teensy bit nervous there for a minute.
You've got the heart of a flea.
Excuse me, that's way too small. I've got the courage of your average fly at the very least.
What a depressing excuse for a boast. Have it something a little better than that. If you like, we can put your nerve to the test.
No, that's quite alright. Thank you kindly.
Way to prove her right.
Hey, Sachin! Give me a loser leaves.
A loose leaf notebook? Is it? Here you are, Maki-chan.
Grazie. Mwah.
That's enough, Maki. No ratting in the classroom.
Baskin has arrived. Let's continue this later. In bed.
I'm willing to bet she saw some spy movie yesterday. But anyway, we really get to work, Sachi. I might, but I'm not sure what sort of work's referring to. What?
Should we say something here?
I wonder. You're a unique one. Thank you very much.
Somehow that turned into a compliment.
I know, right? Let's see, do you have a chisel on hand as well? Yes. It's a request a chisel set emerges from depths of the desk. How about a heavy-duty stapler that can handle dozens of sheets of paper at once? Time from her desk, Sachi walks off to face a large locker in the back of the classroom. What's with that locker? It's twice the size of the others. You mean Sachan's personal storehouse? Would this be what you were looking for? Within a few minutes, she finds the requested item and brings it to me. Normally, I'd expect to have to go to a stationery store to get something like this.
Yuji, have you seen us the still not caught on? In this class, it's common knowledge that Sachi is better than Swiss army knife.
Are you saying her karate chop got sharper than a folding blade? No, it means that Sachan's unbelievably versatile and resourceful. Why did I speak like that? What the hell? I see. Well, considering her apparent skill and devotion, I suppose she's well prepared to deal with most requests.
It has a bit of a story behind it.
I'm afraid.
It was placed during summer day. The classroom AC had broken down under a heat assault. Oh, today's so freaking cold. The seconds won't last long at this rate. Hey, Chiru.
Oh, wrong voice.
Hey, Chiru. Let's do neighbor for the lunch, now, babe. Get a warm yourself up inside out. Oh, my goodness, some good ideas, then.
What on earth? Who knows? Perhaps their brains have boiled. Boiled, you say?
No, right? Hot pot in school sounds pretty cool, yeah? Yep. Your wisdom took me by surprise. Alright then, Sachi, I'll leave you preparing the nabe set to you.
Yes, with pleasure.
Just kidding, cause if you could find stuff for a hot pot in this season. Wait,
Huh? Sachan? Where did she run off to? You went to gather things for Nabe, presumably?
No way, I mean, we're just getting around, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not like she could just pull something like that out of her head at a moment's notice.
I seem to remember hearing her accept the request. With pleasure.
Now that you mention it?
She really did accept.
At first I was skeptical, but when Sachi finally returned at the end of 4th period, having skipped class entirely.
Thank you for waiting.
For real, she comes back with a hot pot scent ingredients in this honorable running nose. That said, the nabe was really friggin' good.
Was it? You started throwing in candy and stuff, so by the end it was a pretty bizarre mix.
Hey, Pia Gallery, don't just ignore my passionate storytelling.
Exactly, if I said I wanted Nabe right now, would you be able to pray things like you did before? Yes, I would, but with a small nod, Sachi moves her gaze to the locker behind us. I see, seems like you really might be more versatile than a Swiss army knife.
The point is, what would you say around Sachi, got it? She takes everything totally literally.
Yeah, alright, Sachi, let's change things up this time. Get together the ingredients for the flowing somen noodles. Yes, certainly. An instantaneous response even here.
I knew that not warning you literally 5 seconds ago. Look what you've done now, Sachi's already left.
Yes, for ingredients, I suppose it's the supermarket this time. Or maybe the dorm kitchen? No problem, I really do want to try this.
So, why flowing somen?
You said yourself earlier, didn't you? It's hot today, so I thought a cool meal would be the best.
What's up with that? It's not like I'm gonna thank you just because you're being nice to me, got it?
This looks very similar to the Uncle Kimagure after you. Okay, this looks about right. With a careful check of the bamboo flume that makes up the small canal, I've confirmed that the water is flowing smoothly. I explained the gist of things to the others. I spent the last 2 periods obtaining the necessary materials and putting together a simple angled bamboo gutter on the roof.
I'm hungry.
A few minutes after lunch break begins, my classmates, excluding Sachi, emerge.
Wow, what's this?
The flowing part of flowing somen, I believe.
I know that. I'm asking why it's on the roof of our school.
Yuji-kun, did you make this thing? Yeah, there is a bamboo grove within walking distance in the direction of the mountain, so the materials weren't hard to come by.
You skipped class to collect bamboo in the mountains?
This will be the first time I've skipped class, come to think of it.
Huh? You telling me you haven't cut class even once before?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
It's pretty unusual in this day and age.
Also, I used Moso bamboo for this thing, but when you're looking to make more intricate goods like a hamper or strainer, the more flexible Madake bamboo is better suited to the job. If you can tell the difference between the two, it'll come in handy when you're trying to live off the mountains. Keep it in mind.
I don't think female students typically need to worry about living off the land.
True. Thank you for waiting. Sachi joined us, carrying a large short bag on her shoulders.
Oh, nice timing, Sachin.
Looks like you're able to find what you needed. Yes, I was able to obtain the standard ingredients. Let's start preparing the meal. Bloody hell. What? This side seems a little crowded, so I'll be over here.
Or so she says. Me just want an abstain position because they're burning with anticipation.
Would you like to find a blade floating in your direction? Well, with Yumiko threats, I believe it's time to end the video. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Press like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.